Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round one of our league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on May 1st, 2025. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format everyone wants. Destined Rivals pre-releases start Saturday, May 17th at 1 p.m. League Challenge, May 29th at 6 p.m., and League Cup, May 31st at 12 p.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event located for premiere and other events at the shop, such as league challenges, league cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, Ceruledge. On the right, The Walls. Looks like our Ceruledge player on the left is going first, starting with that Char Cadet in the active, benching the Vroom, Squawkabilly EX on the bench, and firing off this Ultra Ball here. That item card has the player discard two cards from their hand, getting an energy in the discard pile, and maybe the Mimikyu, I think. That's not as important in this matchup. In order to search deck for a Pokemon, basic or evolution to add to the hand. Probably another Charcadet to get a second of your basic main attacker down. The player does agree here. They resolve this Ultra Ball, bench that Charcadet. We still have a Squawk and Seize live, and that's what we're seeing now. Squawkabilly EX's ability can only be used on your first turn, but when you do, discard your hand and draw six fresh new cards. Nest Ball in hand and Fire Energy, so there's some stuff to do still if our player decides to. Ceruledge wants to get all the energy in the discard piles to power up its attack. So that's the first mini game here in the setup. As a fire energy is attached to the active Charcadet and then passed over to our Walls player on the right with that Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX in the active spot and the Cornerstone Stance ability. Prevent all damage done from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. Lucky for the Ceruledge player, the Ceruledge doesn't have an ability, so it can swing into this Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX, but with that Artisan being played down, finding a Feebas to add to the bench, that Feebas evolves into the Milotic EX that does wall out Terra Pokemon attacks, which that Ceruledge EX is a Terra Pokemon, but we got to get there first as a Crispin is played now to accelerate a water energy from the deck to the Feebas on the bench, and then the basic fighting energy gets added to the hand thanks to that supporter here. And the next best thing would be to get a second Feebas down if our Walls player can, because that Milotic EX, with its ability that blocks damage from Terra Pokemon attacks, is probably the star of this matchup. The Ceruledge EX deck usually only plays that as its main attacker, as a Psychic Energy is attached to that bench Feebas, preparing it for the future and passing over to our Ceruledge player on the left, who plays a Night Stretcher to get back a Ceruledge EX from the discard pile. Evolve in the active spot. We're attacking now. Reverum on the bench, evolved. We've got that ability online, Rumbling Engine, to get more energy in the discard pile and fill up the hand as well if the player chooses to. They attach a luminous energy to the active Ceruledge EX. We're going to start to use that second attack eventually, but not before Professor's research, to discard the hand as a supportive return and draw seven new cards. Sometimes you got to let it all go and get more options. I didn't know if there was any energy in hand because maybe it could have been discarded with the Reverum, but first before the research. But anyways, Jamming Tower counters the Artisan as this new stadium in play, disabling all tools. And then an Ultra Ball is played, discarding two more energy cards, fueling that Abyssal Flames Ceruledge EX attack to search the deck, and also gets to search the deck for a second Ceruledge EX to evolve on the bench. We are nice and set up here on turn two as a Ceruledge player. But remember, a single Milotic EX can just throw a huge wrench into Ceruledge's plans here. Can't quite use the Raging Amethyst attack yet, and there are three energy in the discard pile currently, and Abyssal Flames does 30 plus, 20 more for each energy in the discard pile. So solid 90, I guess, into this Cornerstone Mask. And then action resumes over on the right-hand side here as our player is debating on these tool cards and energy cards to put down. They uh, second guess themselves on the tool card since the jamming tower's in play, of course, and the energy as well. All good in our casual Thursday tournament here, as long as the opponent's fine with it. So bench another cornerstone, attach a energy to it since the one in front of it's really damaged, and then just passed. Not much else. So boss's orders on that Phoebos would be crucial here for our Ceruledge player, but they've got the aggression with the professor's research instead on the left, discarding the hand and drawing 7 more new cards. Nothing wrong with that, so long as you can keep up the pressure in the attackers. But you are really scared of the melodic again. But either way, you got to do what you do. Got to do what you got to do. Attach a metal energy to the active Ceruledge EX. Bench another Charcadet. And now that Ceruledge EX can threaten a Raging Amethyst. 280 damage for a uh, fire, psychic, and metal energy, and then discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. But we're just going to keep poking away with this Abyssal Flames. I like this. Do some more damage to the Cornerstone Ogre and then play continues on the right here. Starting off with a Nest Ball, but they really like to see an Ultra Ball to find that Melodic EX. That Phoebos very vulnerable there. I think it's got 30 HP as well. So it was just a boss's orders away from being dealt with. Nest Ball, though, will search the deck for a basic Pokemon to put onto the bench. Another Phoebos is probably the best target here, attaching an energy to it, but if they can't find that Melodic EX. Debating on this Monkey Dory with this Nest Ball, but actually going to go for the Phoebos. Our player agrees we got to get a couple of them down because it's, again, the one with the energy is just a boss's orders away from being taken care of. And all you got to do is just establish the Melodic EX to wall out the opponents. Is that what this deck is built for? Though the Melodic can start swinging for 2 shots as well. We'll have to see how things work out for our players here as this Nest Ball is being resolved. Anything else to play from the hand on the right here? They inspect their opponent's board, downloading as much information as they can to next attach this Psychic Energy to the other Melodic and then just pass, it seems. Over to our Ceruledge player who is evolving into a third Ceruledge EX on the bench. Fire Energy gets attached to it. And then another Professor's Research, our Ceruledge player and their deck firing off on all cylinders here in this round 1 of our friendly casual league tournament. Discard the hand, draw 7 more fresh new cards. Visiting the professor's lab today, gaining all the knowledge and resources that they can. Not too much to play in that hand there. They already attached an energy. No way to discard them with Ultra Balls or anything like that yet. They've got a Buddy Buddy Poffin and a free bench space, so they can play that if they want. Instead, just going to bench the Charcadet EX, save that for maybe Ultra Ball fodder or something later. They're debating on this Rever Room now. So yeah, what they could have done here was burned the Buddy Buddy Poffin, played it for no effect, then benched a Charcadet, reduced their hand size to 4 here to get a better rumbling engine here as our players eyeing up. Uh, the Rever Room has the ability rumbling engine discard an energy card from your hand and then draw until you have 6 cards in hand. So we're seeing that happen there. Another energy found. Now our player is going to count up the energy. 4 of them, but enough to clean up the KO finally on the Ogre Cornerstone EX for 2 prize cards. First 2 of the game. Cornerstone replacement on the right stomps into the active spot, draws and passes, sadly. Action continues over on our left-hand side, our Ceruledge side. Let's see if they could find another Ceruledge to get all 4 of them in the play. Was there one in the discard pile? I can't remember. Either way, Earthen Vessel is being played now to discard another energy card to search the deck for two more basic energy cards to add to the hand. Psychic and Fire are the targets here. I really like the use of the Raging Amethyst attack here. Nice and clean for our Ceruledge player. They got there. They attached all those energy over 3 turns. Doesn't look like there's much else to do, but attack, Raging Amethyst, 280 damage, discard, all energy attached to that Ceruledge to KO the opposing Pokemon EX. The fish with 1 energy on it swims into the active spot on the right. Play resumes there. Attach a Darkness energy to the bench fish, to the Phoebos, and then pass. Oh my gosh. Our player on the left was so excited they forgot to draw per turn as they attach a fire energy to the active Ceruledge EX, and they for sure had the KO on it with the Abyssal Flames, with that Phoebos only having 30 HP. There is a Carmine in hand, Carmine, however you pronounce it, let me know in the comments. That supporter has the player discard their hand and draw 5 fresh new cards. The special thing about Carmine is you can play that on your first turn, when normally you can't play supporter cards on your first turn. Broken. So 5 new cards seen here. Most importantly, continue to cycle through the deck and get those energies in the discard pile as Phoebos swims into the active spot on the right, gets an energy attached to it, passes, and our player just could not find that Milotic on the right there as they concede the game to our Ceruledge EX player. That happens in the Pokemon trading card game, but what do you think of this video and the commentary? Please leave feedback in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our players for letting their game be captured so we can all learn and enjoy. And I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.